You may know him better as a smooth crooner from the boy band 98 Degrees, but now Drew Lachey is teaming up with Buckle Up for Life. It's a national initiative dedicated to improving child passenger safety in vehicles. So many parents have their most precious cargo in the back of the car, hopefully in the back of the car.
Yeah.
But we're doing everything wrong.
Well, it's not that we're doing everything wrong. It's that we as parents and caregivers and anybody that's aunts, uncles, cousins, nannies, babysitters, whatever, if you're driving a kid in the car, you really should go to buckleupforlife.org because it's a great resource to make sure that you're doing it correctly.
So we're looking here, 1 in 3 children ride unrestrained. And you and I, when we were growing up, I was in the back of a pickup truck at the age of 2.
Yeah.
Rolling across bumpy country land. That's just taboo today.
Yeah,
and illegal.
I was rolled up on the floorboard just underneath my stepmom's feet in my dad's truck. Yeah, I mean, it's the way it was. But luckily, we've come a long way since then. But right now, children under the age of 12, auto crashes are the #1 cause of death. So it is an issue that we need to address. And I was saying this earlier. We go through all these great lengths to childproof your home and put the things in the plugs and the pads on the corners of the coffee tables and stuff. But the most important thing is the car seat, because that's how you get them home. That's how you transport them every day. And just a couple minutes can make a huge difference.
And those couple minutes are so important because we have here on buckleupforlife.org only 2 out of 9 children are in the correct seat. Now I posted in the comment well that I had to actually take my car seat to the police station because we couldn't get it. We could not figure it out. And so we posted to the Los Angeles Baby Board and they said take it to the police station, they'll do it for free. We have a comment here, a little tongue-in-cheek, W.T. Effington, did they stop and frisk your baby? No, but they were happy to do that. I think that's what parents don't understand. These places are happy to help, and on buckleupforlife.org, they have locations that you can go to get help with your child.
They have a whole list of safety technicians, whether it's police stations, fire departments, dealerships, that will help you install it. Plus, there's videos. Whether you're using the seatbelt, whether you're using a latch system, they'll let you know when your car seat's expired. Because most people don't know that car seats expire.
They also don't know to don't buy a used car seat.
That's right. You don't know if it's been in a crash. You don't know, and it's basically like a motorcycle helmet. Once it's been in a crash, you need to get rid of it and get a new one. And like you said, this is our most precious cargo. So we need to do everything in our power to make sure that these kids are safe. It's literally taking 2 minutes out of your day to go on buckleupforlife.org. Make sure you're doing it right. Make sure you have your kid in the right car seat. It has all the regulations on when they move to a booster, when they move out of a car seat, when they go front facing. All that stuff is on the website.
Right, because we have here again 2 children a day were killed in 2010 due to motor vehicle crashes. And you have a 7-year-old, you have a 3-year-old. One of the surprising things parents don't realize is even your 7-year-old needs to be in some sort of restraint seat. In most states, it's the law. I know in California, it was the law you have to be in some sort of booster seat until you're 8 years old.
Yep, and she's in her booster. I mean, of course, she wants to be riding like a big girl and not using the booster anymore because some of her friends aren't in the booster anymore because they're old enough and big enough. But for me, it's like, no, look online. It says until this and this, you have to ride in your booster. And my son, it's always too tight. It's too tight. It's too tight. Well, they have this thing called the pinch test on there where you can pinch the strap, and if you can actually fold the strap in half, the car seat's too loose, the straps are too loose. So there's all these different resources on there that are very simple for parents to use, for grandparents especially, because they don't do it all the time. And like my dad, like he was like, well, we just let you ride around. Yeah, I mean that's the way it was. So for them, it's also something that isn't necessarily in their normal behavior to say, all right, this is the way the car seat needs to be. So it's a great resource for everybody.
Another thing that I think is important, many people are saying, well, I can't afford a car seat. There are organizations, there are support systems that Buckle Up for Life does help you figure out and find places that will provide you this is as necessary as diapers.
Oh, absolutely. I always said that there's basically 3 things that a baby needs when they're coming home from the hospital. They need their mom, they need nourishment, they need a blanket to stay warm, and they need a car seat. Everything else, the baby monitors, everything else, that's extra. They need those 3 things, and they'll be okay. Diapers are helpful. Otherwise it's going to get a little messy. But yeah, you have to have a car seat. You have to have your child restrained, protected, and otherwise, I mean, it's just a recipe for disaster.
Well, I have to say, when you first came onto the scene, you and your brother, did you think you'd ever be sitting on this couch talking with me about child restraint seats?
No, I could say no. But that's partially what parenthood does for you. I mean, I know what mistakes I made. I know what mistakes I made when I was putting in the car seats and what I've done.
What were some of the things you did? Because we didn't, first and foremost, I think one of the funny things about being a parent, the multi-uses of things, like the pool noodle.
Yeah.
For car seats is a great way to keep it in there stuck. It's not
Yep.
just for the pool. What were some of the mistakes you made?
Well, I mean, like you said, there's little techniques and little tricks you can do to make things work. You know, I had it too loose. You know, you'll see on the website, it's not supposed to move more than an inch side to side. The pinch test, I had it too loose. You know, so all those things, all those little things, and I will sit in the car seat and pull the straps to get it tight enough now. And then I will set up the captain's seat and make sure it's snug in there. I mean, a lot of people let their kids ride in the front seat before they're 12. You know, that's another thing that you're not supposed to be doing. So, you know, those airbags, they're great for saving lives, but they can also cause damage if the person isn't big enough to be riding up front. So, you know, I've learned all these things. I go on this website and I'm like, wow, screwed that one up, screwed that one up.
And we're fortunate because we screwed up some things, but our kids are still alive. But
Correct.
then you have those 2 children every single day that are passing away because of just simple safety techniques that could have saved lives.